Joshua Taylor coming to you this 12th of May or June, Sabbath Eve, going into the Sabbath here. And I have something kind of off topic. It's kind of like a journey of a discovery. And, if we can see the past, we can know the present, right? And if you look back to the garden, this is what just came to me, this revelation knowledge. If you look back at the garden, that God had a purpose and putting woman inside of man, right? That he separated that rib. And there's a spiritual teaching here that I can see. I see it unfolding. And they walked together as one, right? That Adam walked with, God came and walked with them, walked with Adam, walked with them both. But, this was the first created order, outside of the angelic realm. And if you look at the fact, when the sin manifested in their hearts, there was a break in the connection. And guess what? A division, there was a separation, the oneness that they had in the garden, that started to fade. The light started to fade. It took a lot of years for the light to fade out, for the glory of God. Now, if you look at this, that God has a purpose for, if men reflect, if they're the truth, just like the sun, it has light. Men represent the light. And if women, and you look at the sun is also female. It's you have the affection, you have the love, you have the warmth, and so they walked as a perfect couple. And we can't even imagine and what they're experiencing, the spirit part of them, because there was no blockage between the spirit, soul, and the body. So they must have been walking in more than just the physical realm. They're totally blended and bonded. Look at the time that we're coming into now. There's a quickening happening, and the Father is bringing forth His sons right now. That the unveiling of Yeshua is taking place within the hearts, the souls of a people that God's been prepared since the foundation of the earth, right? And but as you come into this quickening, we know that the glory of God has a large part to play in all this. That Adam and his wife, they walked in the glory, but when they sinned, they lost the glory. Well, when they walked in the glory, they were not only one with God, they were one with each other in ways that we can't even comprehend. That they walked in heavenly places together, same as the man-child company, both men and women are going to walk in heavenly places, and like wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. They're actually places. They're places of existence, realms of existence in the heavenlies. That the Father has in store many good things for those that love Him, right, in the heavenly places. So the being raised up to heavenly places, being raised up into a spiritual realm, and the laws of the earth that they don't apply, right? Because there's different laws that apply in the spirit. But we get to rise up and we begin to ascend and to partake of the good things of the Lord. But the whole thing comes back to the mystery in the garden, that it's by the glory of God that the two can be put back to become one. And I believe that for all those who are called and chosen for this time, the elect, that each one has a spiritual counterpart, and in the joining of that, by God, is glory of God is that joins both the male and female aspect of God into one. So you become one, you see as one, you feel as one, you walk as one, where your heart and the mind is joined together, right? Isn't that the same way that Jesus walked with his Father? He was one with his Father when he was walking on this earth. And I know that something's taking place, that there's a spiritual quickening going on, spiritual awareness is beginning to happen. So I believe we're in the very early appearing of Yeshua in glory. Many vessels of glory about to stand to their feet. And it's not going to be them, it's going to be Christ in them, the hope of glory, right? The newer orders rising up as we speak. But God's about to raise up his divine government in the earth. The mighty men and women of war, like David's company, that's going to fight. They came to this earth to fight in the last battle, right? But the challenge is to get back home, or get back to that place of full spiritual consciousness, and to realize that, it's the Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom, to raise you up in heavenly places and then partake of the good things of the Lord while you're still ministering down here on earth. It's just a thought, but there is something about the glory of God that is, I believe, is the catalyst, the fire that is going to bring forth a union and not a separation. That's going to be a complete merging. And just, when two people are joined together in perfect harmony, there's no longer need to speak with words. You speak with your eyes, speak with your expression. I believe this is what's going to be a testimony for the dark side. If two people can walk together, God has a plan for joining truth and for joining love. That's some kind of spiritual chemical connection. But I believe this is what's happening now. That we are in the early stages. That the man-child is in the early stages of waking up and coming to the forefront. And they're going to be lit up like Roman candles. The world's going to know that Jesus, Yeshua, suddenly came to the temple, right? A sudden manifestation of his presence and glory. That God's about to light up his candlesticks. This COVID is nothing. The spiritual shaking is what's going to turn this world upside down. This is Joshua Taylor coming to you with a little bit what the Lord showed me, and another terminology for that is called conjugal love, and this was first shown to Emanuel Swedenborg about 300 years ago. He was taken to heaven many times. He reported on it. He investigated the deep mysteries, and it's pretty fascinating. You check out Emanuel Swedenborg, conjugal love, and it'll come right up. You can download it, and God's pretty cool, and the way he's able to put everything together, to bring all the pieces together for his glory.